This is one of Uncle Sam's big boys, or in this case, one of the big girls, the USS Hopper. This biggie is named after Grace Murray Hopper, a rear admiral in the Navy and the queen of software. This is her story. Grace was the kind of resourceful kid who would break things apart to quench her curiosity. She once dismantled 7 different alarm clocks to figure out how they worked before her mom caught her. This curiosity eventually took her to Yale, where she graduated in 1934 with 3 different math degrees under her belt, including a PhD, following which Grace took to teaching maths at her undergrad school. Unlike the guided missile destroyer named after her, she was a petite woman, and that was one of the reasons why she was rejected when she tried to enlist in the Navy during World War II. But later, she managed to serve in the Navy via the WAVES program. WAVES stood for Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service. It was an effort by the Navy to release men for sea duty while replacing them with women for desk jobs. She still needed an exemption to enlist as she was under the minimum weight requirements of 54 kilograms. Grace was assigned to the Bureau of Ships Computation Project at Harvard University as a lieutenant. She served on the Mark I computer programming staff and co-authored 3 papers on the Mark I. The Mark I was one of the first general-purpose electromechanical computers ever and was, as she puts it,
51 feet long, 8 feet high, and 8 feet deep.
And that was the pocket model.
Her desire to join the regular Navy was unending. Her request to transfer to the regular Navy at the end of the war was rejected again.
Are you glad it was the Navy, not the Army or the Air Force?
Well, it had to be the Navy because my great-grandfather was a rear admiral. Besides which, I like blue.
While she was working on the Mark II, the successor of the Mark I, her colleagues discovered a moth that was stuck in a relay, which was causing issues with it. They fixed the relay by removing the moth, and that is how the term debugging came around, which still remains in the lingua franca of computer science. In 1949, Hopper joined the team developing the UNIVAC-1. It was the first large-scale electronic computer to be on the market in 1950. That is where she decided to teach computers how to talk in English and wrote a paper about compilers titled The Education of a Computer. Compilers would allow people to write programs in English as they translated them to machine code. She invented the first compiler, pretty cool, huh? That was the beginning of COBOL, an acronym for Common Business Oriented Language. She retired in 1986 from the Navy. At the time of her retirement, she was the oldest active duty commissioned officer in the United States Navy.
So I handed my passport to the immigration officer, and he looked at it and looked at me and said, "What are you?" And I said, "United States Navy." He took a second real hard look at me, and then he said, "You must be the oldest one they've got."
When asked what is the biggest accomplishment, she said, "The most important thing I have accomplished other than building the compiler is training young people." And that is the story of the first winner of the Computer Science Man of the Year award from the Data Processing Management Association in 1969. That is her story.